Hello, hello, hello! Hi, how is it going? Hope you're all doing well. So then, it is about time to take care of the aluminium, and I'm not sure if I'm able to do it at the place that I want to do it. However, I have good news. I was able to get the pure aluminium ingot alternate recipe. This is very good. That is really good for me. So I am absolutely gonna make sure that I take full advantage of that recipe, right? So before we check where we can build this whole thing, let's prepare a couple of blueprints and just see what we need. I think we should be able to fit almost all of the things that I want to set up into blueprints, except maybe the refineries. Let's have a look. How many can you fit in the Mark II blueprint designer? Can you fit 4? 4 would be enough, I think. That is going to be pretty much impossible. Okay, let's break it down into 2 refineries then, which means we can make use of the Mark I blueprint designer, right? That is enough, I feel like, to get us going. So, okay, I think I want to make this. That's a decent lineup. Okay. Alright. So, the plan here is oh yeah, that's right. We do have the sloppy I didn't think about that. I forgot that I had that. But you know what? Just the regular one is okay, right? So that means a lot of bauxite and a lot of water, and we will get some alu solution and some silica out of it. That's good, right? And let's just copy this over like so. We can also make use of our new friend daisy chaining. Oh yes, amazing, cool. So we are going to bring in some bauxite, right? So 120 per minute is needed. So the inputs need to be Mark II lifts. That's fine by me, right? And we could set up the manifolds already with the splitters, but I just don't want to. I think it makes more sense to wait until we know from which side we will bring in the resources, right? As for the water, well, there is water needed here, right? So let's set that up. And if you take a look, 180 per minute. We could make use of 360, right? But that means Mark I pipes will not be enough. So even though we are going to use the 360, right? I just want to make sure I can set this up quite easily, which with this is a-okay, right? That's gonna work. I might even underclock a couple of the water extractors if needed. Let's also make sure that these are colored in blue, like so. So we do know water's coming in from here, and we will have a decent output of alu solution, and I think we are just going to make use of a Mark II pipe there if needed. Let me double check. Yeah, we basically want to combine 2 of the outputs anyways, which means definitely a Mark II pipe, right? Alright. And then 50 silica per minute, so the output can be a Mark I elevator, and now you can see the problem here. I should have put them a little bit further back. Ooh. Yeah, no, that's not gonna fly. Not to worry though. Let's rearrange everything. that we need to rearrange. So basically, I think I want to have... I don't have much space. I really don't have much space here, but it should be doable. At least I hope so, right? If we just... could do this. That should be enough. Really don't like that spacing though. I really don't. Okay, you know what? That means... let's use the Mark II blueprint designer for this then. This gives us a little bit more space for the inputs and the outputs, right? Yeah. That is going to make this a little bit easier. Perfect. There we go. Oh, I should have known. I should have known. But it's been a while since I've set up a refinery blueprint that has both input and outputs on both the inputs and outputs. So sometimes you just need to re-evaluate, I guess. So then, is this going to clip or no? It won't. Okay, that's fine. I can live with this pretty neatly and give it the color to make sure this is the water. Yeah, no, that doesn't clip. That's fine. That's fine. As for the output, we know Mark 1 lifts are all we realistically need. We're gonna have to combine the two, and maybe we rotate this that way around, or actually what would be better, just use a regular old junction. There we go. Maybe here as well. Just to keep the options open for us, right? Oops, didn't mean to fall down there, but that's okay. Aha! Okay. 240. We could have used Mark 1 for this, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wanna use Mark 1 for this, because I will, as I said, combine two of these guys into one output, so Mark 1 is all we realistically need. And we could just go... Which one's best for the alumina solution? Maybe a gray? Yeah, because the white is reserved for the nitrogen gas once we reach that point, of course. But yeah, I mean, we unlocked daisy chaining last time, right? So let's prepare that. Perfect. That works out. Yeah. That definitely works out perfectly fine. Let's see here. That is 2x. Yep. Fix manifold and output. There we go. Just so I know that's what needs to happen, right? There we go. We need production, refineries at the blueprint here. That sounds good. Let's save that one. Here the designer. Perfect. Alright, that is basically going to be step 1, right? Step 2 will be mixing the alu solution with some coal. And we'll do that in refineries as well. So maybe we bring this blueprint back now. Production. There it is, right? But now we need to flip the script a little bit, right? Which grade did I use? I already forgot. It's this one, yep. So then the... Oh, hang on a minute. This can now be a Mark 1 pipe. Although, can it? Yes. Will be 240, right? So let's do this. We won't have an input for the second one, right? So let's get rid of that. Select the aluminium scrap here. Oh no, we will need to provide coal. My bad. Let's get ourselves the Mark II lifts back out. There we go. Cool. Yeah, now we have 120 water per output, so let's grab ourselves the color for water here. Like so. And we have like 360 per minute, so that's gonna be a Mark IV, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's set up Mark IV outputs as well. Cool. And this is alu scrap, right? Yeah. So alu scrap. Like so. 6 manifold and outputs, that stays the same. The directory stays the same. It's not all the refineries I have to deal with, so let's continue with yet another refinery blueprint. We have to do it though, we have to do it, right? It will make everything easier later on. Let's just double check that these are here. They are. Very good. So then we will make use of another alternate recipe. The wet concrete one. I really like this one. It's such a good recipe to deal with the overflow of water that we created in the last step, right? So here we can grab ourselves the outputs here and get rid of those. And it is 80 per minute. So this can be a Mark II lift here, right? And the Mark I pipe stays, but now we bring in water. And the daisy chaining should be, yeah. Perfect. Okay. Wet concrete is what we are producing here. Now, obviously, you don't have to set this up the way I do, right? You can just do 2 refineries and you're good to go. And just set the recipes every time. I just like to do it this way. That's just me, though. Okay. 12 smelters. 12 smelters should be possible in a Mark I blueprint though, shouldn't it? Let's see. Yeah, it is. And it's quite comfortably doable. Okay. Okay. Let's set that up here then. So, the pure aluminium ingots. Yes. Although now that I'm thinking about it, we're going to have this half and half, basically. Half of our scrap, or half of our ingots will go to the sheets production, and the other half will go to the casings production. So we could make this a bit easier on ourselves, right? If we just say, hey, we're going to need 6 of those each. And we kind of will have them in a good old fashion like this, right? perfect. Just decided to have the outputs facing this way. That's good. At least for this, right? And then as you can see, this will basically scale up to 180. So, Mark III belt it is in between. Like so. Okay. And also daisy chain these guys together. And this side as well. Right? Like that. And we could debate about this one. I will leave it in for now though. Now then. We also are going to need the inputs, right? So it is, if I remember correctly, like 3 of these guys up top that you delete, and the 4th one is the correct height, right? Let's grab that one. And now we are just going to use our good friend, the notching mode. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should connect in. Yep, that is perfect. Alright. All like that. Just make sure you do this on both sides. All like so. Just making sure that you get the right connections, and then same for here on the top. Mark III belt is what... Oh, no, wait. Is that what we need? No, we need 480 on top. So this needs to be a Mark IV belt for the inputs. My bad. Yeah. Because they need 60, right? Yeah, they do need 60. Okay. Okay, good. That's set up as well then. Could have arranged this a little bit differently if I wanted to, but it's fine. So, alt are just alloy ingots. Whoops. And this is 360, right? There we go. Take a look. There is the aluminium ingots. That goes under smelting, smelters. Maybe I could have done this a little bit differently. Oh yeah, I also did the copper and iron 480 setups off stream today. In the morning today. Okay. So far so good. We need 6 assemblies. Ooh. That's gonna be difficult. 6 assemblies isn't easy to fit, right? Well. Well. 6 assemblies. How am I gonna do that? I don't think the Mark II designer is capable of that because of the manifolds. Well, one of the manifolds is okay for sure, but the second one I'm not actually certain that I will be able to fit it. Yeah, no. Probably not, right? Probably not. But we could potentially fit half of the puzzle here. Do you know what? Yeah, then we just need to flip the blueprint around and... Yeah, no, I know how we are going to do this. That's fine. Going to start over here. Something among these lines should... Yeah, that should enable me to Give me enough space for what I need here, right? Okay, so this is for the alu sheet. There we go. We're going to need some copper ingots and some alu ingots and to get some sheets out of it. Perfect. We have these three next to one another and daisy chained up, right? We're going to use... Let's use the elevators here. That should be... That is pretty perfect. Yes, that does fit. Okay. There we go. Perfect. I guess this could be the copper up top. There we go. And then below this is where the ingots will come in, right? So is that 360 ingots per minute? No, 180 each, basically. So we could... Yeah, but 360 scrap, sorry, that was correct, right? Scrap gets there, ingots, and then 180 ingots. No, I'm fine. Okay. 180. That's still a Mark III belt. That is going to be enough, right? That will, yeah, consume all we need, and 30 per minute, so Mark I for the connection here. Also going to be enough. Perfect. And then the outputs. Just going to merge them. Oh, I would have loved them right here in the middle. It does clip a little bit, but I think I'm gonna be fine with that. Like so, right? This is 30 per... Well, we will be at 180 as well, so let's just use Mark III. Like that. And that prepared the manifolds perfectly. Okay. Here we go. Alu sheets. Well, 3x assembly. Alu sheets. Like that. Production. Assemblers. Cool. And clear that out. And we have just 2 constructors for the foundries, that's okay. 2 smelters for the copper, I don't need a blueprint for that. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Alright, you can see the requirements resource-wise. 288 limestone, 60 copper, 240 coal, 720 water, and 480 bauxite. So, there is a pure bauxite mode that we know of already, right? So let's see if we can make the other resources happen over there. I'm not entirely sure. And for the beginning, I probably will just store them on site before I will think about maybe another tractor to add to this. That brings that stuff over to our base. That is no focus today though. And depending on the time, well, we have space for another station here. And we can easily split that belt. So I might actually will set that up at some point. So there is bauxite down here, and the good thing is this is enough water, I think, to set up 6. Yeah, it's a pure bauxite node. There we go. Right, so if we grab ourselves for crying out loud, this now clips through the floor. That's not good. It's kind of doable if we try and... Oh, whoops. It does clip a little bit, doesn't it? Oh, okay. Half of a foundation doesn't fix that problem. But if we scoot it over just a tad bit, we might be able to get away with it. Something like this, right? That's okay. And obviously we will need 480, so there it is. That is fine. 6 water extractors should be doable here. We might have to get rid of these guys. Yeah, we can just blow those up, so let's do that. I think it's enough space. Let's find out. Oh, okay. Might be a bit... Was I too optimistic with this? Maybe? No, I think that will be okay. Maybe groups of 2. Yeah. Okay. Limestone. Is there limestone nearby? 400 meters. I'm kind of okay with that. Let's check for coal. I know that there is copper, but coal I think is a bit further out. Yeah. It's near the limestone though. So if I have to go over there anyways, right? That should be okay. And then the 60 copper I need. We know that we have that towards the iron, right? So this is the direction that we need to go. Let's just keep those scans up for now. Oh god, I can hear them, and I don't like it. Okay. Oh yeah. These are right next to one another. It's a normal limestone node. Oh. Probably... What the actual... Whoa, that scared me so badly. What the... There's so many Alpha Hawks here, and even the radiated one. Oh my god. Oh, that genuinely scared me though. Oh. Is that plant eating my shots? That's not good. These guys are so quick as well. I'm glad I upgraded to the rifle. I regret not crafting the explosive rebars, though. I think they would have been of great help against these guys. Oh, a little bit of a lag spike there. Okay. There's still the radiated one. I have not forgotten about that. Just don't know where he went. Okay. Oh. Ow. Oh, wow. Whoa. I've opened the console. Which is bizarre. I haven't done that in a while. On accident. It's not a button I usually misclick on. Let's heal up. I need to get rid of this guy. That's actually the only way. Too much of a hassle not to deal with this guy right now. And I don't mind if this eats into my ammo reserves. There we go. Cool. That gives me at least a little bit of a moment to breathe here, which I desperately need. Okay, so... Can we make this work? We need a 288. Yes, we can. It just... It eats 3 power shards to do so. But it is possible, right? And then you have a pure coal node right next to it, which... I didn't mean to do this. There we go. 240 coal. I think we're in business. Oh my god. Random Gen was so kind. If you think about it, it's kinda nuts that this has worked out. However, let's not get too comfortable yet. I think it's okay. Yes, we can bring the resources over here. I'm okay with this. I need to bring in copper as well, right? And the copper is over there somewhere. I think this is gonna work out for me. It's still pretty fucked up and dangerous, but... we can make this work. I am sure about that. So, we could start up top here. Yeah. Okay. Something along these lines should work out. Just need a little bit of a belt highway, I guess, here. Just 1 or 2 foundations wide. Probably 1, if I think about it. Should be all we need, right? Bring it over. Don't want to bring it down. Maybe. Ooh, that's gonna bother me if I... It's bothering me anyways. But you know what? I think I will just do some simple lifts here, and it will be good. So for the coal, we can use Mark II. Yep. And then Mark IV. Ah. Yeah. Let's hope this doesn't bother me in the future. This guy. Oh, yeah, it is going to fit. Okay, perfect. And then... I would love that. That curve looks so good. But maybe... this will work? Ugh. I don't like it. I really don't like that. Let's see. We can make this work somehow a little bit here. But you know what? It's probably not gonna get better than this anyways, so let's not think about it too hard. Just bring those up like so. Daisy chain these 2 guys. Get them a little power pole here. And that should in fact work out. Whoa, I just lost my voice a little bit, which happens. Just don't want this to be a regular occurrence today. I don't know why my voice is struggling today. And I want to bring this over a little bit as well. Like so. Exactly like this. That works for me. Yeah, cool. Alright, let's make sure that this is set up as well. And now we can set this up in the middle of the foundations, which is what I wanted. Nice. over here, then along down to here. Perfect. Let's make sure we set up the belts. Start with the Mark II one. I should have brought over more resources, shouldn't I? Whoops. My bad. We are making use of the Dimensional Depot now. Big time. And that's a-okay. Mark II left. Up to here. Please tell me this works. Might have to use a default belt here. Which is, it's okay, it's okay. Let's grab a Mark IV lift. Hang on a minute. Ah. It's a half notch wrong, that's not something you see that often. There we go. Let's bring over limestone. There we go. That can be a straight belt without too many problems. So far, so decent. Okay. Next up. Oh god. Ow. What the hell? What happened? What's attacking me? Is there another radiated alpha hawk that was throwing rocks at me? I think so. That's why I hate this biome so much. It's so dangerous. Ah, there they are. Can upload these. Okay. So far so good. Just try and work around that. There we go. Bring this guy over as well. Although it's doing the thing again. Is there just uranium down on the floor somewhere, or am I seeing things? Because I can't see a radiated alpha hog, although I'm pretty sure we saw one last time we were over here. Down there, maybe. I don't know. Let's just continue. Work through it. It's gonna be fun. What the fuck, man? Something's off with this elevator, I swear. There we go. We will leave it at that for now. Aha. Good stuff. Oh boy. Look, it's doing it. I hate that. Sometimes these belts do very, very weird things, and I don't like it at all. Okay. Now then, we need to get to over here somewhere. Do I want... Where do I want to make those things happen? Because it might be better to bring the resources over to this side here, right? Where we will have the water. Don't want to pump the water, but I think I'll have to. Spotted this as well. Would you look at that? Didn't even pick everything up here. Aha. But we got the rest of it, right? Seems like it, at least. Okay. I definitely will have to pump up the water, but it's fine, I think. If we don't go too high up, though, we don't really have to. Hang on a minute. I have an idea. Maybe... this would be roughly the height, right? Where the refineries would need to be. No. No. They will just need to be... there needs to be some pumps involved. There's no way around it. I think it's fine, though. And you can think about the height at some point as well. So, I guess... this is where I want them to come in. Which means... it's actually over here, isn't it? Yep. Ha! Damn! That is quite a journey to get the resources over, but I do believe it's necessary. There's no way around this. Okay. This is okay. Now, at the end of the day, I want these right next to one another. So let's make sure. We'll bring them in like this, and then it's probably gonna be a case of up and over somewhere on these things, right? So that's okay though. It doesn't need to go up and over, it just needs to come over. And that's not gonna be... no, that's not gonna be how we do this. Just let's add in one or two of those. Now we bring it over though. Yeah, I think that could work. That could work. Like so. And now we just try and do the same thing here, but that's gonna be a bit difficult, isn't it? Except can make use of an arrangement like this, maybe. Yeah, that should work out. Okay, so first and foremost, the copper will probably have to end up on this line here. Closest one, so this is a Mark 1 lift. Have the Mark 2 there and the Mark 4 here, right? So, coal, limestone, and copper. Yep, that works for me. Alright. Just pretty much do the same setup here. There we go, grab the Mark 4. And now the Mark 1. Like so. There we go. This is the Mark 2. This is the Mark 4. Oh! Ah, there we go, it is moving. That worried me for a quick second. Oh boy. Okay. Now then. I kinda wanna start setting this up already, right? Maybe like that. There we go. Oop. Let's grab the Mark 4. Bring that over. And around. Have I done the same thing here? No. Okay. No worries, we can switch these belts around a little bit. Might... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not mess this up too badly. That works, that works. Let's bring this one in closer. Ah! That lift was set up poorly. That's okay. Okay. Basically, I want the Mark IV belt on this side, don't I? I do. 1, 2. That just goes up like this. That works out, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. Have the Mark II here. This will now curve itself below the Mark IV and comes around like this. I'm okay with that. It's not perfect. Doesn't look that good. Doesn't matter at all. There we go. That's gonna work out for us. Perfect. Aha. Yeah. Cool. Now then, this is where we need to make sure everything is lined up correctly, and that's where we will bring in the copper. There's the Caterium. Isn't there more copper here? What the? Where is it? Don't tell me I have this wrong in my head. Oh no, there's copper right here? Oh. Right there. Okay. Fine. Let's get ourselves a miner. Somewhat situated down there. Okay, roughly here. And we can rearrange that miner however we see fit, right? That's no problem at all. Maybe we just do this here, right? Yeah. And then this can go. And booyah, there we go. Now then, I probably want to have this... Yeah. This needs to get over. Like so, that's how we want to send things up. That looks good. Up and over like this. And then we can make sure it's connected, get connected in the way we need them to. Yeah, okay. Awesome. I probably should add in another set of foundations next to these. Just to make it a bit easier to get to from point to point here. Like so. If you ever have to deal with some maintenance here. Why is this Mark IV? Shouldn't this be Mark I? Or Mark II even? This one's wrong. Did I accidentally upgrade this one at some point? I think I did. Not bad. Okay, there is... Where is it? It's right there, is it? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Almost there. Almost there. With these guys. That is good to see. Connect this up. The Mark IV belt connected up as well as the Mark II. Boom. Okay. Before we move on, let's make sure this is set up correctly as well, right? So, let's go vertical with the 4-meter ones. Bring this as far down as we can. Start deleting these. I have to jump down now. Yeah, that's scary. Ow. There it is. It's right there, so let's grab a Mark 1 lift, exactly in the center here. And bring this up to there. Connect this one in with a slight curve. Curve is fine. And you know what? We only need 60 per minute here. Although, let me double check that. Yeah, 60 is what we need. That is perfect. Awesome. Very good. That's pretty much all we need, isn't it? So, I have an idea for all these belts, right? I want to get them moving to set them up. Whoa. Just so we can set the production up a little bit quicker. But that means we just need to bring all of them over and then we will sync them. There it is. Which one's the Mark IV? The middle one, right? Yeah. This is the Mark 1. That's the Mark II. Connect those in, like so. And now, can bring those down. Or, if we take a look at the space we have, right? I might rearrange all of this. This floor is pretty much done so, but we would have a lot of space up here for the end of the production line, right? And a little storage. Oh, yeah. We're going to need a little bit of a storage system here, and if we will have a second station, right? Probably could set those up over here-ish. And then we will make the overflow protection. You guys know the drill, right? All of that should probably still happen here. Yeah. Okay. How am I gonna do this, man? It's a lot of refineries that need placing, right? And a decent amount of smelting as well. We might have to raise this here. Now that I'm thinking about it. Just so we can fit the refineries, right? Yeah. Okay, so that means I should make sure, absolutely, I need to be absolutely certain that my water extractors can be fine here. Probably going to need one spot in the middle of all of this. where the pipes can go. And then we have like... Oh boy. Can I fit the water extractor here? I can. Okay. Aha, okay. Now, what I need, right, is... I will need 4 refineries. Probably 3 in each of those. Yeah. Ooh, barely. Okay, a third one does fit, like so. Then we will have 1 pipe, well, 1 water pipe here and 1 here. Is that... needs to be a little bit further back though. Just a tad bit. There we go. And then we'll have to two pipes. Somewhat like this. And we pump the water up. So I really don't think I have much choice in that regard. That doesn't seem that bad. Yep. Cool. Let's grab ourselves the Mark II pipelines. Could we... Ooh. I'm not gonna like this, will I? Nope. Okay. I will find a way. Right. We will find a way. How is auto? Auto is looking good here. Absolutely. There it is. But you know what? I will make this easier for myself with just another junction. Just looks better this way, I think. So, whoop. There it is. Not like this though. More like that. Aha. Okay. Now we can daisy chain these guys. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I like that. I really do. Alright, and these will be our 2 water pipes with 360 water each. There we go. Now I just need to figure out the height of my refineries, right? I don't have the space to fit them right here. I don't think I have enough space. Well, we could... We take a quick glance, right? The first set will be these guys, right? So... Just because... Yeah, they clip massively. If we extend this almost all the way over, we probably will be fine. Will we though? Oh, now I'm not certain if I even do have enough space for my plan here. Aye. I should have checked. I should have checked before. Just can we make this work in a way where we don't have to pump too much and still fit enough refineries? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it, although... Let's get the chainsaw and some nuggies. Excuse me. Now let's make some space. There we go. That's okay. And we will be lowering the floor here a little bit, which should make it possible for us to place the refineries. It's just there's so many of them. I'm really no longer certain if this is the right idea, or if the best idea would be just pump it all the way up to there. Well, I guess, how far up is this? Uh-oh. I just don't want to use more than one pump, right? Yeah, I guess that's the height we need. Or that we can't get away with a pump, but can I lower this by like... Ooh, hang on. This might be the floor for this. Maybe? Let's find out. No way. That's not enough space, is it? I mean, we could come all the way over to here. That just doesn't seem like enough space, does it? Remember, we need multiple foundries. I might have to get really creative with this, or just a little bit tricky with it, I guess. We will find out soon. I believe we can make this work though. And if not, I'm gonna try as long as it needs. This has to go now, sorry. I don't want it to poke through. Okay. Oh, this is... We might even have to pump up the alu solution next time as well. Whew, okay. I mean, it's like 6 refineries, and then it's like 8 refineries. Shouldn't that be possible though? So the alu solution, right? We need 4 of those. We can make those work here, maybe. Oh. There it is. Like so, right? Oh, we might have enough space for everything. We might. There we go. Let's grab ourselves. Let's watch for the water extract, or the pipes rather. So we know that this is where the water is coming up. Right, and then these will get changed now. Oh, I want just regular junctions made for this. I think that is going to serve me better. There we go. And then should have aligned this a little bit differently, I guess. Can't really change it now though, so it's all good. Horizontal to vertical would be the play here, right? Yep. Can we make this work with, like, let's see. What if... Is that gonna be enough? I don't know, I'm not sure. No, that's not looking good. Okay. So the other plan for this, which I think will look better, is to use my the floor holes, right? But definitely not like this. Yeah, I think that's the best way out of this. Probably this, isn't it? That's cool. That should work, right? And then... problem is going to be this guy here. Oh, dang it. Do you know what? Just gonna do this then. Whoa! There it is. Problem solved. Kind of, sort of, right? Obviously now, that is still a little bit of a problem. We could move this over to here though, and probably solve this. Let's try it out. We might get surprised here. Don't expect that to look as good. I'm gonna take whatever I can get. I can't just fit everything, right? Yeah, that looks a little bit worse. It's okay though. There it is. So now... Ah. How can I make this look good though? That could work. Kinda sad that I have to try it like this, but I don't think I have much of a choice here. So There, right? That's so stupid. It's okay, I hope. Two. Yeah, that's definitely... We definitely will need Mark 1 pumps. That we can barely fit. Fit them here though. That's gonna work, isn't it? Yep. I want to have these in the same rotation maybe. Can now daisy chain those together as well, which is awesome. Oh, they look so ugly. Even those look ugly with this, but hey, whatever. Let's bring a little purple into our lives. Okay. And that means... this is where the bauxite will be coming in. So... now we know how the splitters need to be arranged. And then we grab our Mark IV belts. And connect this up. Right. And these guys will now be... oh! Ay, ay, ay. Why did you do this to me? Jetpack? Don't you dare use that stupid solid biofuel as your fuel. There we go. Okay, so this has now... we have a little bit of a change of location here for these belts. Just going to curve them around. And there it is, right? Right here. This is where we will bring them down. What's this? It's not right smack bang in the middle, but it's fine. Okay, so the belts will have to come over here in... I don't know. Something like this. And yeah, this definitely has to get changed now, which is fine. Now we actually know that this would fit. Oh wow. Slight little problem here, right? Yeah. So the silica can get merged over this way. And it's 200, right? Yep, it will be 200 per minute. It's a Mark III belt. You then either have to sink or have to use for something else, right? Now then, we need more refineries, but we definitely need to go on top now of these guys, which, yeah, that sucks a little bit. How high do we have to go? Basically, yeah, even higher here, right? However, what we could do... oh, whoops. We need soup mode for this. It's something like this. And I really hope the Mark II... well, yeah, no, the Mark II pipes should absolutely be able to deal with this head lift. Right? How far is it? Oops. It's gonna be... ooh. Or... ooh, it's gonna be close. That's already like... 50 meters and a couple more. Why is this guy mad at me? What have I done to you, mate? Oops. Should watch my screen. I actually looked away for a second there. Where is this guy? Caused me so many problems and now I can't see you. Well, it wasn't that many problems, I know, but still. Unbelievable. Alright. I'm going to need some of the pipeline floor holes. One right there. This is in the middle, right? Yeah. There's one right there. It was this. Was it this gray? I believe so. Give me horizontal to vertical on both of these. And this is definitely now a Mark II pump needed. Oh, you can just... Oh, that's so cool. The daisy chaining changes everything, doesn't it? So these guys will be colored in as well, just to test it out. Okay. That should... everything should work. I am worried, not gonna lie. It's definitely one of the most finicky ones to set up, right? But we should be able to make this work. That should be all the pipes. So then, next up will be the aluminium scrap. That's what I figured. It's going to be very difficult to fit those in a way where it would make sense. However, I think we can maybe... yeah, have these guys over here. Then I need to be able to take the water away, which we will be able to here, right? Like so. Wait, how many of those do I need? I only need 2, right? Yes. I only need 2. Why are these connected? What did I think here? Okay, these don't need to be connected at all, actually, because I decided to go with a different setup here, right? That's good. Let's grab ourselves a safety rail here. Don't think we need to go any further than this. Go. I might want to close this off as well. Might as well, since we are here now, right? Let's just take care of this. Fine by me. Okay, so give me these pipes. Yes. what's the correct color? Bring them. Oh, that's fine. Oh. And this as well, and then straight pipes are the way to go here. There we go. Nice, okay. Now we have the water that we need to deal with, right? From these outputs. And I don't think I want to combine that as well. I think we shouldn't. It was an okay idea though, at first, but yeah. There is our... Oh, that was very close here. I think the coal, we can bring in the coal a little bit differently now. And the concrete as well, so we will only need like one floor hole for the bauxite over here. And the rest will be sent like this way. Yep. Have the splitter there. Yep. That works. Hang on, I just saw a mistake. I need 240 coal. I cannot believe this. Why did I think Mark II belt for the coal? What was I thinking? Didn't think enough. Just did not think enough. It's bad. It's nothing we can't make right though. Let's check. Yeah, this... I mean, I did set this to 240, so... It's probably just a belt work. Well, we now know it's just a belt work, but I wanted to double check. Yeah. Okay. And then let's upgrade the lift. It's a whole lot of belt work that I need to correct here, but that's fine. There it is. Now it would be good to rearrange these belts, right? It can never be easy, my guys. It can never be easy. We could just clip this in here, actually. It doesn't really clip, it just sits a bit weird. But that's fine. I mean, also, could have done this. It will look a bit better. So, to make the lineup a bit easier, let's grab one of those. Okay, that works. Okay. Rid of this again because I think that is actually connected. It is right now. This is Mark II, yes, perfect. Which means that can actually be Mark II right there. And it should be. There we go. Okay. So far so good. One problem at a time, guys. One problem at a time. Now, as for the limestone, that can wait, I think. Yep. The the limestone should actually be my next step, shouldn't it? Yeah, because I want to get rid of this water. So, I think now it would be the best to overclock these two puppies. And I want to have them... Let's line this up a little bit smart. Wait, can I just... Kind of, sort of, but not really. Okay. That works, right? And then we just pull those over a little bit. Rid of these guys. Okay, so we might have to overclock this a little bit. Yeah. 120%, yeah, that works. That takes care of 120 water per minute, which is what these output, right? Yeah, so, okay. That will take care of the water for us. And probably the most annoying step in the aluminium setup that you have to deal with is this step right here with that water. But I figured this is absolutely the easiest way to deal with it. It has worked splendidly in the past for me, so I'm just going to use it again. There we go. And we are going to bring in, what now, 144 limestone per minute, so these now need to be Mark III lifts, or else it won't work. And let's make the connection here Mark III as well. And as for the merging here, I think something like this could work. Mark II belt to bring it over. Nope, that's not gonna work. I wanted to have these separately anyways, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I want to have these separately. Aha! There it is. It is kind of a weird setup, I know. But that's fine. It's absolutely fine. That's why I wanted to set it up step by step, right? So, we have taken care of the coal here. What I didn't take care of yet is actually the first one I should finish, which is right here. Okay, so Let's see here. Okay, that is where it needs to be. That should in fact work. Now I just need to line this up somewhat correctly with this manifold, which is not gonna be the easiest thing to do. That's so stupid. Is that the height? No. This is the height. Yes. Okay, so this is the height. And I have moved this at least one tick over, maybe even two. No, one is fine. Hang on. Should build the elevator correctly though. Like so. Now we can get rid of these guys. And now that manifold is set up. Alright. Alright. Okay, so then. Because I am absolutely worried over here. I need to figure out a way to where we can bring these resources over and sync them, right? Just so everything can warm up a little bit, although whatever. No, we're just going to risk it. I still think it would probably be the better idea to not do this. And the more I think about it, I think the more we should change this. Yeah. There it is. So, this will be very weird in the beginning, but it should be fine. So, we will have a couple of smart splitters. Roughly enough space, that should be okay. And all we are trying to do here is making sure that we don't send too many resources in there. But the belts should be filled up a little bit, right, when they come in. So, for now, these will be set to none. And then we let them flow over to the left. Like so. The best thing would probably be to not use this. But I really don't want to mess this up, so this guy actually just does this, right, and then goes into here. And for now, let's lift it up. Good. Connection set up. Oh, let's grab the Mark IV one. And still do this. Just use a curve. Straight belt here. Actually, we could use a straight belt here as well. Like this. That way it still works. Jeez. Oh. Phew, do I need more than one sink for this? Because of the box light. Yeah, I do. That's okay. We will actually need 2 awesome sinks for this, just because of the box light. I can't wait until we have to mark 5 belts. Jeez Louise, man. That is insane. That is actually... yeah. Wow. Wow. Guess this will suffice then. Can't just merge these 2 guys up. Now we are going to replace the awesome sinks like so. There it is. And have some power. That shouldn't bother me. No, it doesn't. Good. And now I need to make sure that this can somehow happen here, right? How could we do this? This could work. Like so. Now, just double check. Nothing can go... Yep. Everything goes to the left. Everything goes to the left. Same here. And when we come back, we just need to set these records back, or the settings back, so they can go take the center output, and that's it. Okay, good. We need to find the same spot above as well. I think that's okay. It is. There we go. We grab this and bring it over, like so. And let's get these miners going already. Do I maybe want to have just a little bit of leeway here? Actually, you know what? We could use... the walkways. Just to add in a little bit, well, the catwalks, I mean. To just add in a little bit of safety. And at least that way we know we can walk around somewhat, right? Probably should add in a corner here, but for now this is fine. Okay, so with this, we will have our alu ingot smelters. Probably could set them up over here, actually, right next to one another. Because this is so much space that you can use. But then again, they would also fit pretty decently over here. Ah, I do have an idea now. Just want a little bit of space for some belts. A bit of space. They need to be back to back somewhat. That just looks cool. At least in my opinion. There we go, right? And we can even do this now. Oh yes, okay. That's amazing. And then we have our friends, the alu sheets. Maybe just like this. Whoa. If I change the input here, it might actually be perfect, but I'd rather notch it over a couple, like so. Cool. Oh, I didn't check if an awesome sink would actually fit somewhere, but it is what it is. Doesn't matter. Can make the overflow happen over here if we want to. So I guess right will be overflow. Nothing in the middle. At the left output. It's going to be storage. And here can just do this for the casings as well, right? And then we can some merger here. Might have to move that merger just a tad bit. No, we're fine. Okay. There it is. And then we will have an awesome sink just over here. Like so. And we use a Mark IV belt. That should take care of everything. Good. Okay. That means this is where we need our... Oh, wait. Do I need 2 of these blueprints? I do, don't I? I absolutely do. Holy smokes, I'm glad I caught that. That would have been very annoying if I would have messed that one up, wouldn't it? Okay, like so. Connect that up. I need to connect this up. And here to bring this one around. And into this. Ooh. That could be problematic now. Can't daisy chain this into that, so... Do you know what? It might be better. Redo this. So now these are daisy chained together. And maybe now we can hook those up. Now we can hook that over to the sink. Or maybe instead of the sink. Have like one power pole here. Like so. And we need to make sure that we deal with the copper at some point soon. Before we can do that, we need to make sure that these guys here get transported up correctly, right? So it's roughly the height I want. Yep. Maybe it's time for... What is this? This is 1 meter, yep. A half foundation here could actually work out fairly nicely. I say that. I think it's okay. I think I can live with that. Okay, so that's the 360 alu scrap, right? One of the belts. But you know what? I probably can't just do this. And then... Aha! This belt is a little bit too long. This works. Yep, that will get the inputs going. The outputs will get merged. Cool. We still need to deal with the copper, right? So for the copper, probably do this over here somewhere. There it is. Let's merge these guys up. Cool, and then since you have to lift up the outputs anyways, I think constructor over here will be fine, and that is going to be for the alu casings. Oh, that, yeah, no, that's not where the copper needs to go. Well, do the copper back there, actually. Yeah. That's the better solution. I like that better. Hang on a minute. So yeah. Can bring this along here though, and just, yeah. I just need copper ingots, right? Yeah. So let's just smelt the copper over here. Much easier to handle, isn't it? You just have it that close by. Just can't really daisy chain this now. Except I should be able to. I do this. Aha! Okay. So now we merge. Here. Let's make sure these are set to copper, right? And all we need to do is bring this up and over. And that's gonna be the alu sheets. Right. And last but certainly not least, you can just have the constructors like over here. I think that's okay. casings. 2 of those. Merge this up. Do you know what? This should work out fairly nicely, shouldn't it? It does. Like so. Okay. I think that's all the steps that we need. So, in preparation, right? We are going to... First and foremost, let's make sure these guys are powered. This one's definitely powered. Same goes for this one. Alright. This guy. And that guy. There we go. All of this should now start bringing over a couple of resources. Although, no, that's okay. I think it just looks weird. Yeah. Hey, at least I can see the copper, which is good. I don't need these nodes anymore, right? Copper's coming up, that's good. I think I want to have kind of a walkway here as well, or like at least a little bit of space where I can walk. Oh look, the bauxite's coming in. That's good to see. Ah, the limestone, sorry, not the bauxite. The limestone. Which reminds me, have I ever set up the bauxite? I don't think I did. The most important first resource, right? Where is it? It's right down here. So... Oh wait, what the... I made a huge mistake. This is not the bauxite. Do you know what this is? This is the limestone. See? See why it is important to sometimes think everything through. This would have been a massive pain in the ass if I didn't see this. That could have been the end for the whole production right there. That would have been massively annoying. So then, instead of doing that, we are going to try a little bit of a difference here. Okay, so it's the Mark IV belt that messed me up, honestly. It's not too worrisome, don't you worry too much. Fuck. That was bad. Oh no. There it is. There it is. There we go. This is where the bauxite comes into play. If I would have fed these guys here limestone instead of bauxite, oh man, I would have been furious, wouldn't I? Oh my goodness gracious, I'm so glad I saw that. So glad I saw that. Okay, so... Still. Wait, did I hook up the... What? This is the coal, yes. So... I need to make sure all of these guys are hooked up somewhat as well, right? Good. There it is. This is the one. This is where the limestone needs to go. So this whole shenanigan here... And actually... I can delete this. I don't need that. Ah! That makes stuff a little bit easier. Although, having said that, I still need to bring over the copper over here. Right? Yes. Okay. Let's just do something like this. Then mark one lift for this one here, and 1 and 2. It's exactly in the middle. That's actually perfect. That makes it far more easy to set up a conveyor lift that's actually decent, right? Except, no, that was correct actually. I think this should line up. Yes, it does. There's the copper. And if we take a look back here... Oh, for crying out loud, what's happening here? This should never stop. Yeah, okay, no. I think we're fine. I think we are fine. Yep, so far so good. Okay. What? Then you look over and you see another one of these guys and you think, no! But yeah, no, it's all good, it's all good. That's what I wanted here. Perfect. Oh man. I'm so worried though, I'm still so worried. Okay. I need to set up a limestone now. And I need to also set up a storage space for the concrete. Oh. Well. We can do this just down here. Awesome things. I'd rather have one more awesome sink than I actually need. Let's have a smart splitter. Overflow, and to the right we can have a little bit of a buffer storage for concrete. Maybe push this back just a tad bit more. We could, right? Also just... Why did I do this? Do you know what would be way, way better than that? We put down like 3-dimensional depots. Oh yeah. That's way better. Now this isn't lined up and it's driving me nuts already. It's gonna work fine though, don't you worry. There it is. That might be a little bit overkill, but what that allows me to do is I no longer need to have concrete on me. If I have 4 depots uploading concrete, right? That's a lot of concrete per minute, and for now That should definitely be way more than I actually need. Okay, so then, our last manifold still needs to be set up. So, I think I'm going to bring this... I have an idea for this, actually. What I don't quite understand is why this is a Mark... well, it works. It works with a Mark III, doesn't it? Yeah, it's 144. That's why I did it. I remember. Okay. Yeah, so, sorry. To make this work, I think what I want to do is just grab this and then bring it alongside ceiling here, right? At least as far as I can. Might want to go a little bit further than this, if I can help it. I would really like to have this a little bit further out. I didn't mean to use this. I meant to... This guy? Hang on a minute. Can I line this up somewhat decently here? I should, right? It's right in the middle there, so... Let's grab... these guys. Aha. It's gonna be a bit tricky to gauge the correct height there, so might have to do a little bit of a foothold here and just have a little bit of trial and error going on. That is slightly elevated. I don't like that. I really don't. Much better. Okay. Okay. That should be everything now. Finally. Hang on a minute. All I need here is this, right? Yeah. There we go. And this can be just capped off like that. Ah, yeah. Okay. Okay. There we go. That somewhat works. Okay. So that means everything should be okay. And once we connect these two power poles, everything should start working except for the bauxite miner, right? Yeah. Let's get that one going. Connect these guys up, and now it is just gonna be a case of going to the smart splitter, any, none. Copy the settings. Same here. And same here, right. And there it is. These guys no longer need the power. They also no longer need to be there. Or you could have done this a bit differently, right? But it's fine. So let's just take a quick glance around. I can see blinking lights, which is a good thing. At least power is provided. It's like power has been provided to pretty much everything. Except my friends the water connectors don't seem to have power. Why is that? Uh-oh. Not good. Definitely not good. Ah, do you know what? Could do something like this here. Okay. They still don't have power. How's that even possible? What? What the? Oh. These pumps are a problem, man, now. These guys are all connected up, which they are now. I guess we will just do this for our water pumps. Yeah, okay. Oh boy, I am incredibly nervous. But at least these guys are working now, so that should still, or should soon, kickstart this whole production. Definitely got water in the system now. Okay. That is incredibly good news. Do you know what I've never done? Dealt with the silica. No way. No way. That is not good. Guess you know what happens now? Let's grab ourselves another awesome sink. How did I miss this, man? How did I miss this? It's too big of a project to not be 100% focused, right? That's just what it is. There we go, let's get rid of all the silica now. Let's double check and just clean out their outputs. Shouldn't, yeah, that's not much of a problem though so far. We are good, we are good. Okay, whew, I was quite lucky. Ah! Give me the interface of the pump. Headlight 21 meters. We're definitely fine with these. You know, we can bring the silica back if we need to at some point, right? But for now, I think just let it sink. That's a-okay. Okay. That is the absolute start of the production line. How are we looking over here? We can see coals coming in. You can see the limestone coming in. Look at the amount of concrete here. That is taking care of all the water, isn't it? Not quite. Hang on. Copy settings. Paste it to this one. There we go. Glad I caught that. I figured it might be not enough concrete, but I mean, look at this now. These depots. Oh, that will be so good if I need to put down a lot of concrete. This will feel so much better now. So that's cool. That works. That definitely works. And aluminium scrap works for sure. We know that much if you take a look at these belts. So let's quickly double check here. They are already at 96%, so still spooling up. There we go, 98. So these will soon... Yeah, they soon will be going quite nicely. So far so good. So far so good. You can see our copper ingots now getting produced as well. Did this auto connect? Oh, I didn't even realize that I didn't align it properly. It's okay. And then this didn't connect, right? So let's connect that up. Probably just do this for now. Take a little bit of the pressure off the belts. There we go. Good stuff. There it is. What's happening over here? We are missing the inputs. That's not good. Of the merger, give me the Mark III belt, please. Thank you. And then the Mark II belts here. And that should be all we need pretty soon. Oh boy, so many mistakes. But yeah, I just wanted to put this production up, have it running. This will enable a couple of milestones for us, and so yeah, I just really wanted to have this running. Very cool. You can see casings and the sheets getting produced now, and as I said, I will just store them here for the moment. I would like to grab myself the sign, bring that over. There we go. And it is, what is it, 180 each, right? In production. Nah, it's 120 casings and 180 sheets. Aha. So this is 180. Is that correct? Yeah, it's exactly 120 here. So this can be Mark II actually. So this, and this, and this. Casings. 120 per minute. Awesome. And we definitely want some dimensional depots on top of these guys. And as I said, probably a second truck station here, although bringing over that much concrete and stuff at some point could work out pretty nicely. I love the smelter blueprint that I've done here for the aluminium, smelting the scraps into the ingots. That just looks cool. Amazing. Is the Mark III belt actually enough? Because here I was... Yeah, no, the Mark III belt should be enough, right? Yeah, it's 180. Yeah, no, I'm fine. It's just because I didn't have this hooked up in the beginning, right? That was the problem here. So we might just go through... Try to take a little bit off the belt here. Awesome. Really, really good. And these guys are still... Yep, they are getting full now. Which means this should soon switch over. It's just, I want to make sure everything works here before I leave this. There we go. These depots are now filled up, and there we go. The rest of the concrete gets sunk. Amazing. Okay. Let's install some measurements, output of the concrete. Let's have these calculate in the background. I would like to make sure that these two products are produced the way I want it to, the way I needed it to. And I probably also want to make sure that this is true for the silica as well. There it is. Okay, that is the whole production. Kind of fit it into wherever I can fit it in. I think it's okay to do that from time to time, right? Especially in an experimental version of the game, right? And it's just I don't know. It was a little bit of problem solving here and there to fit the refineries, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with the result. And the gaps in between these belts are, yeah, they should be perfectly fine. We can actually measure these belts as well. For good measure, I guess. And yeah, I mean, look at this. We can pin both of those things, and I absolutely love the fact that we can do that. Yeah, the casings, I was not nervous. I figured these would be fine because once the smelters work at 100%, these two guys, right, they are load balanced, so they should not be in trouble, so we don't need to wait for a manifold to get filled up, right? You can see how the sheets are kind of climbing and declining at some point. So you need to give that a little bit of time. I think this is a perfect time frame to take a short little break, maybe roughly around 5 to 10 minutes is what I usually aim for. Yeah, let's take, like, I would say a couple minutes at least, right? I want to let this run for a quick second and definitely need to refill my water. Take a couple of steps. So yeah, We will let this run, and we will check back on the outputs, right, and on the whole factory in itself. Let's just find a space where we definitely cannot get attacked, which I think would be over and up here near our truck station. Should be fine. There we go. Let's quickly take a break, and we will check in, as I said. See you soon. Be right back. Alrighty then, we are back. Let's have a quick glance around. Ow! Yeah, let's check the throughput monitors. The 120 is stable, that is expected. We are nearing the 180 that we should have here. I mean, this is very good to see. Not quite there yet, but soon enough we will be there. Let's check the concrete. 192 per minute, that is exactly what it needs to be. Good, and you should soon see that this reads 200 down here, which it does. Okay, so the only thing that needs a little bit more time are the alu sheets, which that is to be expected, right? That is definitely to be expected. That is the last manifold that has to warm up to everything, although it seems like it's pretty much getting there, right? Now I wonder if this... Hang on. 30 times 6, that's 180, so a Mark III belt should absolutely be handled to, or should absolutely be able to handle this. So what's going on? That's weird. It's the copper. Not the alu sheets that are the problems. The alu ingots, sorry. It's the copper ingots that are a little bit problematic here. Which that doesn't really make that much sense. But it does. It does. I don't know, it does, yeah. It needs more time, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Cool. So yeah, let's grab a couple of stacks. Like 6 of each. Bring those back to base and let's see what we can unlock. Which, I mean, I'm excited for the hover pack. That's gonna make building so much more easy. And yeah, as I said, maybe a second station over here could be the play to bring the sheets and the casings over, right? But I feel like we should be okay with just the depots for now, so yeah, I can wait for a little bit. I also wouldn't know where to put station over here. Well, maybe just in the back. Over top of this whole thing? I don't know if that is a good idea or not. Our circuit boards might finally have caught up with everything. Shall we check the throughput monitor on these guys, or did I put that away? No, I didn't. It reads 5 now, so now this has been caught up. That makes me really happy. Cool. Alright, and I think it needs to be 5 if I remember correctly. Yes. And this is definitely... yeah, okay. Aren't manifolds just absolutely beautiful things? Hey buddy! You have something for me today? You do, you have some silica. Thanks, mate. There we go. Let's deposit our wood, our leaves. Amazing. There we go. Alrighty. I mean, the hover pack is probably the next best thing to get. So let's take care of that, shall we? Okay. 100, 200, 250. There it is. 100 of these guys as well. As 100 computers. Very nice. There we go. Hover pack unlocked. And we are able to craft one. Phew, that is so cool. I love the fact that I now have a hover pack. Now I can just hover around my base. And everywhere where I build. Oh, that is amazing. That feels good. That feels absolutely perfect. Now the Mark V belts and lifts. Definitely something we want. Then I guess, yeah, the control system development will be the next big step, because that will unlock blenders, also RCUs, supercomputers, right? But the blenders are very good. I still think we should unlock the hazmat suit for the inventory slots. So we might work on the gas filters. At some point. Let's grab 600 of those. 100 of those. Oh, we didn't need that many casings. Actually, we didn't need almost any of them. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe the fabric will be something I need to take care of at some point. There is the old recipe as well for that, which could be helpful. And yeah, until I have the blenders, I will not use the... do I even have some? I have two more hard drives. Yeah, I kind of want to have the blenders unlocked before I really take a look into that. I really need diluted fuel, right? Can't wait to get my hands on that. And then I might actually install, just for the hover pack, right? A couple of power poles around our blueprinters, just so we can always hover here without any worries, which I feel like is a good idea. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I mean, you can clearly see, I mean, we still took like a bit more than 2 hours to build the whole factory, right? And without decorating and stuff, of course, but just to get everything down. Being prepared helps in the case of making the blueprints in the beginning. That really helped me out, right, with those refineries and the assemblies. Just being able to set these down, absolutely amazing. And obviously I had the Satisfactory modeler open on my second screen as well, where the whole production has been listed up, right? So that's good. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty insane. 180 sheets, 120 casings, 192 concrete, and 200 silica out of all of this. And it wasn't even that bad to set up, right? So, yeah, really happy with how this turned out. Just being able to come back and see that the circuit boards are now finally where they need to be as well, right? So we can think about automating the high-speed connectors now, which I don't think I have enough silica left over to even do this. Might cut, yeah. If we underclock it like crazy though, we might be able to. That could be the play, right? Did I ever? Yeah, I did. So we are currently sitting at 20 silica per minute. That still goes into storage. That's okay, though. I feel like that's okay. We might need high-speed connectors for the supercomputers, though, don't we? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's get the Mark V belts unlocked now. Oh, I was waiting for this. This is good stuff. Oh, I need 400 encased industrial beams. Not just 100. Let's grab that. And bring it over. Kablam! Alright, that is amazing. Now we can have 780 resources per minute on our belts and lifts. That's pretty sweet, isn't it? Oh yeah. Love that. Absolutely love that. Cool. I think for now we can store these things. Oh. Didn't even have enough space in there to store all of it, did I? Oh boy. Well, I need to find a different space then. Oh yeah, that's right. My rifle ammo can't just be... Cool. And let's grab a stack more of the liquid biofuel as well. Store this. And those in here for now. Fine by me. And then hazmat suit will be something. And then obviously tier 8 as well, right? With the drones and the advanced alu stuff. That is something I'm not looking forward to. Oh wow. Well, it's a hassle even without randomized nodes, right? But I don't know how difficult this will be. Mark III miners will be cool though. But yeah. Nuclear pasta and stuff, it's fine, it's fine. I think... Sorry, needed to cough there. I think the best thing so far has actually been just the 1.2 features, right? We were able to pretty much test all of them out. The new vehicle paths, which I think is an amazing change, right? That is absolutely amazing. That's so cool. And once we get the auto-connect working with the paths, if that is the plan, which I seriously hope it is the plan, because it's so cool if that is going to work, yeah, then I think this will be a very impactful update, right? The weather has been very good for the immersion. It felt so good to just have rain from time to time, right? Stuff like that just really, I suppose, really cool. And we have also experimented with the daisy chaining today, since we have unlocked this last time, so I'm happy that that is working as you would expect, right? So that's really, really cool how that works. I definitely, with more time, we can make this work even better for us, so yeah. I'm really excited about it, though. I really am. Now this awesome thing definitely should not be needed anymore, which is cool. Let's grab the 60 coupons. It's fine by me. Yeah. Hazmat suit, right. I don't think I will craft one, but I think unlocking one would be pretty decent, so... I probably don't have biomass on me, which is fine. We needed like 50 fabric? No, it's probably more, isn't it? Well, we need to unlock the gas masks first, don't we? Yeah, we do. As well as this. Oh. But yeah, this is basically what we need. So for the fabric, I think we need biomass, right? Isn't that... Yeah, it's mycelia and biomass. 250 biomass though and 50 mycelia. We do have the mycelia. A little bit of solid biofuel as well. Let's get going. Where should we take this biomass from though? Let's grab our regular jetpack, which now uses this fuel, which isn't good. Need to be careful. Do you know what? I feel like best course of action would be to get rid of these trees over here. Really, we don't need much, right? So that's already pretty much enough to get us going. There we go. Let's get to handcrafting a little bit here. We also need like 10 coal, which that we can do. Cool. Okay, let's get some biomass. What did I say? Like 250, right? Well, we need more than that, surely, so let's just get rid of the wood and the leaves. Cool. Let's grab the 50 mycelia as well. Let's craft the fabric up. And will we need more to craft the filters? I don't remember. I think you need more. But then we will just collect a little bit more biomass. It's okay, right? It's absolutely okay. And maybe we need to also grab more mycelia though. Oh. Okay, that could be a problem. Let's go. Now let's unlock this. Cool. I probably want to craft it at some point as well, right? Yeah, you just need a lot of fabric for it. Oh, the homing rifle ammo. We definitely need to think about that, though. At some point. But yeah, gas filters. They need fabric. And coal. Right, so... chainsaw... will be needed. I also need mycelia though, right? So what's the closest mycelia that I can think of? Took care of the mushrooms. Oh. I don't want the jetpack to use different fuel. Packaged biofuel, there it is. That is the prefer. Yeah, now it works. Okay, that's how I want this to be. Even if I have some liquid biofuel on me, I want the... or the solid biofuel, I want the liquid one to be the default for the jetpack. There we go. Finally managed to do this. Can we find some mycelia? Uh-oh, didn't mean to fall down like that. But maybe we find some down here. Although that's just regular wood, right? Yes. Oh crap. I mean, we could just go to the rocky desert. if needs be. Do you know what? That's probably the smarter move. Because I definitely cannot remember seeing much mycelia back here. Whereas the Rocky Desert has them in spades. We still have an oil node near here. Yeah. Or, well, at least one. I don't remember if it's only one. It could actually be more. Just thinking about the turbo fuel now. For the future, that will be another big project to tackle, which we would need sulfur and also coal nearby, and water for that matter. Might also be time to try out the fuel trucks, the new ones, right? That is one of the 1.2 things we haven't tried out yet. Need to keep that in mind. That could be quite important. Well, it could be quite an easy way to get that stuff rolling. Alright, there we go. It's going to be a good amount of mycelia to grab. If we run around here and use our chainsaw on these guys. There we go. Ah, yeah. I also grab a little bit normal, regular biomass as well. Which I might should store if we ever... Ow, 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 ow. Need to remember that I don't have my melee on me right now. That's what I wanted to switch to initially, just out of reflex. How much mycelia do I want? Let's say at least like 200 maybe, if I can. That would be nice. Might be too much though, but I don't care. Yeah, speaking of slooping, we could just sloop craft a couple of the filters for the gas mask, right? And get the gas mask crafted as well. Then we would have it out of the way and on us. It's not important. But I mean, we did do something very important today, right? The whole alu production is the backbone of this whole phase, basically. Without any of that, you cannot progress, so I think we can just chill out a little bit and see what we can do here. Maybe, as I said, craft a couple of gas mask filters, why not, right? Get the hazmat suit and craft a couple of those filters, although these ones are a bit more annoying to get. My memory serves me right. I think I even did craft one in my last playthrough and had like a stack of filters on me at all times. It just helps when you run into these radiated zones, right? When you have a drop pod in there or something like that. Or a sloop or a sphere, right? The collectibles. Speaking of those, we need more of those. Absolutely, I've invested a lot of Mercer Spheres and I need to invest a lot more as well. We want more upgrades. But I definitely want to be able to just place down more of the storage depots, right? And, well, I can make 10 more, so for the moment I think we are fine. Which is good. 216 mycelia. I would assume that will hold me over for a decent amount of time, but since I am just here at the moment, I'm just going to grab a little bit more. Because if I don't take enough with me, I'm going to be very upset with myself. There we go. Okay. Also, something very off topic. I was rewatching Shoresy. I don't know if any of you have seen that. I guess it's like a mini-series, I would say. It's like 6 episodes per season. Every episode is like 25-ish minutes. It's about ice hockey and... well, kind of, right? It's mostly around one player that has to find a way to never lose again. It's really funny. It's a bit odd if you don't like ice hockey. I'm not sure if you're going to like that one, but most of the ice hockey is the fights. They have a lot of fights. They have a lot of trash talk on and off the ice, and it's funny. You can clearly tell that whoever made that series, in my eyes, does understand a decent amount to sometimes really get certain characteristics of certain players absolutely correct. They nailed that. Like, you can take a look at some of the players and you're like, huh, that reminds me of Pro XYZ, right? You can really find a lot of cool little Easter eggs as well in that regard, where you're like, oh, didn't that happen? And then you start thinking about it and you're like, oh no, that definitely happened. Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. That is a real thing. It also reminded me a little bit of the movie Goon, if you have seen that. Where it's basically a movie about the last official enforcer, I guess. That one's a lot of fun too. I can only recommend that one, at least if you do like a little bit of ice hockey. Had some very decent fights, with also a decent cast at least. I mean, the main role, or yeah, the main character, I guess, is played by Sean William Scott, which most of us that are around my age will probably still remember as being Stifler. But he is so much more than that, right? I really like him as an actor. He has a couple of very good movies, but Goon is probably one of my favorites. With him, I just thought he played that very well. But also, like, the shape he got into for that movie was insane. Like, that was absolutely brutal. Like, I don't want to know how long he had to train for that, but jeez Louise. It just shows the effort he went through, and I think that's absolutely amazing, right? I really like that. Effort being, like, seen and recognized. It's pretty cool, isn't it? And he definitely put in a lot of effort into that one. And even though, whenever I see him, the initial thought will probably always be, oh, yep, that's Stifler. I know in my heart that he is capable of so much more. He has proven that more than once. But yeah, I mean, me and my friends, we all grew up with the American Pie movies, right? Those were a big part of our growing up as well. So they will get quoted a lot, even in the future. I don't think we will get rid of the influence that these movies had on us, which that's fine. That's amazing. I like when a movie can do this, right? But yeah, Shoresy was a an amazing time again. I watched it when it came out, which I don't remember. It was more than 2 or 3 years ago, though. That I remember for sure. And I even remembered when it came out, I was like, oh, I need to watch that. And I wasn't disappointed. Not at all. I was like, okay, this is fun. I hope they continue with this. And I remembered that I need to research, actually. Because I don't know if they are producing a part 2 or not. Well, they produced 3 seasons, right? But each is 6 episodes, as I said. And it was like End of Shore Sea Part 1, right? I never took the time to actually figure out if they are going to produce like the Part 2 or what's happening with that. Okay, so I think for now I really quickly would like to get a little bit of biomass going with a summer sloop. Wow, the tier 5 belts are just... they're just cool, aren't they? Let's plop in the leaves, and I didn't plop in the sloop though. So let's set that up. There we go. Very good. Cool, we need 50, right? Yeah, we do. Wow, 50? Really? 50 is a lot. Oh boy, 50 of those. It's 100 fabric. Interesting. Doable, but interesting. I still want to have like a little bit of concrete on me, right? Even though we have the depot set up. Just really don't want to run out of those in the middle of a build. That would suck. Couple of reinforced plates as well. Run through those a lot. Couple of beams and pipes. Cased beams as well. There we go. Decently stocked up again, I'd say. Stacks of wire, or cable, sorry. Stack of wire would be nice. There we go. Throw in our wood as well. Cool. And then we needed 200 coal. Which it can provide as well. So yeah, now it's just the fabric that's needed. Which I could sloop craft as well. Now that I'm thinking about it. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? I would need an assembler for that though. And this would be a lot of biomass actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Do you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it anyways. Now the problem is I only have one summer sloop. That's not good. That is definitely not good. Although... there it is. I could just craft it, yeah. And sloop it later. Or I could use one sloop. At least for now. It's fine for now as well. Gonna regret this if I do this. I shouldn't do this. Just top it off manually, that's fine. But at least we get 50% more, right? So that's cool. Ah, right, I also need to craft one of these as well. At some point. It's also 50 fabric. It's okay. We'll get there. We will get there. No worries at all. Awesome. So far, so good. Oh, look, now we are going to need another stack of quick wire and finally a couple of casings. I did put them here, so 100 of those. Put that in already. And we can put in a couple of things into this as well. So 400 casings, 200 sheets, 200 computers, and 1000 plastic. That's okay. We can do that. There we go. And we can put those resources in already. We don't have to send the milestone off though. Right, we can just do this. And instead of launching it, switch back to this guy. And now it's probably in the assembly though, isn't it? Probably is. So let's craft a couple of filters as well. Once this mycelia is done, and then I still have a decent amount of mycelia if I need more. I can do some sloop crafting off camera as well, right? Oh my god, the biomass. The biomass is coming in crazy like. That's good. Yeah, the wood is soon done as well. Cool. Okay. Got a decent amount, which is good. Let's check this now for... Wait. Do you need to handcraft them, or do you need a... Are they in here? Oh, you need a manufacturer for this. Let's just handcraft those, that's okay. Just need the 50 for now, and then probably another 50. Well, I would love like 150 though, or even more, and then just put them into a dimensional storage, right? But that is something I can do off camera, right? Get the gas mask going, get enough gas filters going. I can definitely do that. We should also craft 5 more inhalers. Just wanna be topped off on those guys. There we go. Add them here, perfect. So there it is. We unlock the hazmat suit, which also more inventory space. Perfect. That is always something that I like to have. So yeah, that's good. I don't need the sloop anymore here, that's okay. Should I prepare like maybe 200 at some point? Yeah, at some point, but I mean, That makes more sense if everything is looped, right? So stuff we can do off camera, for sure. It's a decent amount of biomass as well. Do we need to craft anything else with the constructor, since it is looped right now? Why not? Let's get the remains out. That sounds like fun. Before we do this, though. This is like... yeah. There we go. Let's start with the stinger remains, get those done, and then we can make those into some DNA capsules, right? Which is going to be good for me, hopefully. Probably should store that biomass somewhere. Maybe somewhere near the liquid biofuel, just so we know. Yeah, could get this production going again at some point, right? But for now, I think just have a little bit of biomass down here. Will not hurt me at all. Oh, thank goodness for the hover pack now. Oh, wow. I'm so glad that I managed to get that milestone done as well. I think we're on the Hawks now, if I saw that correctly. Yep. The hover pack is just so helpful. It's lovely. Go. Store the biomass in here. That on me. Don't need the silica on me. I really shouldn't carry around AI limiters. And I can reevaluate all of my blueprints. Take out this system and just daisy chain those, right? But I'll just leave it. I'm not sure if I will start a new playthrough once 1.2 stable will drop. We might. I'm also not sure if I would go with any special settings though. Not sure. Maybe. Let's quickly check. What would you need for a hazmat suit, right? That is just some more fabric, obviously, and the rest we have in spades, so... And you need, yeah, these filters to make the... But that's actually not that bad to set up, though. But yeah, getting more fabric done. I guess, like, that old recipe, I have never found that so far, did I? No. I don't have any rescans, and as you can see, we don't block too much stuff right now. The pure quartz crystals, that's a decent recipe, actually. This is also 5 per minute, huh? Interesting. That's a cool one, though, for the reinforced iron plates. Just mixing rubber with some iron plates. Pretty cool. Alrighty. Control system development. This will unlock supercomputers, radio control units, the assembly director systems, which is the first next space elevator part, right? And more importantly, the blenders. I love these. I love those so much. So let's unlock those. Let's grab the the hard drives and immediately throw one in to get scanned. And yeah, I really hope to get the diluted fuel recipe. That's what I'm after at the moment. So let's have a quick look-see at the blender. They do look cool. I really like the design of those. Right? And they can... At the moment, I can only make batteries in here, basically, right? Sulfuric acid, aluminium solution, aluminium casings. I never set one of these productions up, but it might be decent to power some drones, right? Other than that, we will need the recipes, as I said. So now we are going to have the spitters. No. The hatchers are next. Yeah. It's not as many remains. The last time it was over 1,000 DNA, or almost 1,000 DNA capsules. We not quite reached that, I think. We will get close though, won't we? Roughly close, more close to like 500. We get close to 500 remains though, we get close to 1,000 DNA capsules, so maybe. Maybe it's going to be another huge thing. Okay, however, now, very importantly, we can upgrade our belt speed on the Awesome Sync, right? Especially this guy needs to be upgraded. And if we take a look here, like, these resources come in one by one, so it's fine. They will not combine, so we can leave the belt speed as it is. Yeah, that's absolutely okay. I don't think these will combine into a problematic fashion. So okay, that's good. The other awesome thing that I was worried about the belt speed is actually this one over here, so let's make sure that this is Mark 5. And these are Mark 5 as well, just so everything gets transported away quickly enough. Everything else should be fine. At least that's what I'm assuming. Okay. Yeah. I definitely need to gather more sloops. I think that's the biggest goal. But like I really wanted to have the one power augmenter set down for the 10% boost it provides, as well as the 500 megawatts of static power. That's really good to have that around. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this setup for a base is quite rough, I know. But it's just, I enjoy it. Now, I would rearrange the storage at some point, probably. But it's still, like, it's fine. It's fine. Most of the things are close by, right? Pretty easy to grab. Pretty easy to prepare stuff, get stuff crafted. Get the milestones done. And basically the only thing I'm not bringing over right now are the aluminium things. Which, as I also said, we potentially could make this work with another station. We could also just have the station added in there, or on that side. Or behind this one. There's possibilities, right? Also, even coming out this way with it. Oh boy. There is possibilities, and that's the main thing, right? It is possible to find success with this approach at some point. I'm also really glad that this has proven to work out very nicely with the manifold here, with the circuit boards. I definitely want to double check the alu sheets, right? I hope that copper manifold has caught up by now. If not, it's not the end of the world, obviously, but I would really like to see that number hitting that 180 sheets per minute. I would love to see that. And I think what we will do is, once this has finished sloop crafting the remains into protein, we will just grab all the protein, sloop craft those into DNA capsules, quickly head over, check our numbers, and use that time to let this craft, basically, right? And then we can sink a couple of the DNA capsules as well. But yeah, look, now we are... Oh, the point requirements basically have risen and risen and risen, which is fine. That's how it works, right? But still, it's always like, oh, it goes by so fast. And then it just takes ages. Because the easy tickets go by so fast, and then you get to a point where it's really hard to get tickets, and then suddenly your overflows will hit, right? All your old productions start to overflow, and that's when you really start massing a couple of tickets. Then you need a lot of them to unlock all the things you want. Oh, 462 actually. Protein is what we got. That's decent. That is very decent indeed. So let's set this to DNA capsules now, and let's head over. Check the sheets production out for a quick second. And I think then I will done for today, because as I said, like, I need sloops, I need to just do some basic things. We might take a quick glance at the requirements for the space elevator part. I don't think it's worth automating that. I think I would just want to sloop craft all of those things. Time will tell. Time will tell. How are we looking? Hey, look, we are now on a stable 180 per minute, so that manifold definitely has caught up by now. Thank you very much. Perfect. Now we have the 180. Look, the storage is already full. We need those, though. We need those at some point. Which is why I'm hesitant to send them over to the base, right? Because we might need to add in some productions here. We don't really have... Well, we do have space up top, obviously. Now that I'm thinking about it. And we could really quickly also just delete these smart splitters, but I don't want any hitches in the production right now, because it seems to work so reliably right now. Might have to add in a little half foundation there, though. That clipping is a bit annoying. This system, very good to see, though. Alright, so yeah, these manifolds have warmed up perfectly fine. That's what we like to see. So cool seeing this just working and knowing, okay, we now have Or we should now have the 100% efficiency on all of those. Right. Getting to the numbers that were planned in these production lines. Also, like, as I said, really lucky that we had the resources that we needed somewhat close by. I know it wasn't that close by, but like, I would say 500 meters is still quite close in the grand scheme of things of this game. So yeah. Amazing. Now then, let's return to base. Let's check out the hard drive. Maybe scan the other one as well. And yeah, as I said, it's a case of I need to find more hard drives, find more Summers loops. Plan my next steps, obviously. That also has to happen. What have we got? Charcoal and steel canister. Meh. Definitely not what I want. I shouldn't, but I will do. I will use a rescan here. Leached caterium ingots and quartz purification. Oh my god. Oh. Definitely not what I want and what I need right now. It is what it is though, and that's fine. Tier 7 milestones are done. Right, we have access to Mark 5 logistics, we have our hover pack, and now we also have the ability to craft supercomputers and RCUs, batteries, ADS, and we have access to blenders, which that is quite exciting as well. Amazing. Like, this is... it goes so fast, right? You have... Remember, at the start of today, I set up the aluminium production, and once it was running, we basically blitzed through all of the milestones in tier 7. Sure, we will need supercomputers to get... Well, do we? Yes, we do. To get the Mark III miners, the next... Oh, okay. You don't really... Well, no, I take it back. You will need to unlock nuclear power to get the magnetic field generators. Which means... Oh, will I have to produce ECRs? Hopefully not. But yeah, I mean, tier 8 is still far away. And yet quite close, if you think about it. So yeah, let's take a look at what we can craft now, right? I mean, the radio control units will have to happen at some point. And there we go. That is something that maybe the other alternate will be better for this. I don't remember. But this needs crystal oscillators, so yeah, let's check supercomputers, AI limiters, plastics. There they are. Right, computers, but also high-speed connectors. This would mean we only have one computer for storage. Which is enough, don't get me wrong. But we would need to produce like 3 high-speed connectors. The plastic is fine. The AI limiters are fine. If we take those down to 3 per minute, I don't mind. Oh shit. Okay. So it's basically just 3 high-speed connectors per minute. Probably a little bit more if we could, but I don't think we can. It would take care of a couple of silica if we route the 200 that we overproduce into our truck station, right? to take care of a little bit of that. Interesting. Would cut into the circuit boards, of course, but you know what? I'm fine with that. That's why we have some spare, right? So yeah, I feel like high-speed connectors and then supercomputers could be our next step in this, which probably they need to be. The supercomputers need to be, right? And we need the high-speed connectors for those, so that is definitely where this will end up. Okay. And then obviously the big elephant in the room as well. Space elevator part. Don't know why I just did that. I did not need to do this. That was stupid. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? There they are. Ah, this is why we needed more adaptive control units. But yeah, I probably will just craft up the ACUs and the supercomputers will automate because we need those anyways, but the ACUs, I think this is the last time you need those. And then we don't need the assembly director system, we don't need this automated. So if we just want to finish the game, right, which I don't even know if I should. I mean, I've proven to myself what I wanted to prove to myself, which is A, this mode with the random OR nodes can be super fun, which it is. That it can be very challenging, which it is. And that the 1.2 features, except for the ones I haven't checked out yet, which is mainly the fluid trucks, are fun as well, which they are. So yeah, I kind of reached my goal with the 1.2 experimental journey so far, while, as I said, testing out the random OR nodes and also the mostly pure OR nodes that I have activated, right? We could have gone for all pure, or yeah, we could also set up like different challenges in the future, right? Where we say, hey, you know what? Let's try just regular no randomization of the ORs, right? But let's make them all impure and see. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun initially in my head, right? So I'm not sure if it would be fun. It just sounds like a pretty much a hassle, basically. And it can be fun, I think, at some point. I just don't know if I would enjoy it personally. It sounds a bit more like a chore, and I don't know. I want to enjoy this game, and with mostly pure, it has been super enjoyable. I figured all pure could have been a bit too easy. However, if we would have gotten very unlucky with our seed, right, and if I wouldn't have been able to find a spot to start this journey, I think it would have been omega annoying, right? And I don't want this game to be annoying. I love this game. I love it a lot, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm absolutely not going to risk losing the love for this game over a challenge run, right? The computers, this can be disabled. Don't need that throughput monitor anymore. Did I take the one down on the circuit boards? I don't think so. That is now reading 0 again, so yeah. I don't know. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. Well, one crystal oscillator has gone bye-bye due to me doing something stupid. But hey, that happens. That happens. This one we don't need anymore. We know that these 80 are correct. We know that these 40 are coming in. Same goes for these 80. Those are perfectly fine. Now let's, oh, whoops. Let's store them up. There we go. Let's good to see. Let's check one more time if Buddy has something for us today. Hey, Buddy. Oh! 8 heat sinks. What a nice gift. Thank you. That puts me at... Oh! I didn't remember I had more... I thought I only had like 2. Okay. Well, that's 41 now, which is fine. Cool. And something I really like, right, is when you come back to your beginnings, like this, and you see your old... Wow, this buffer is pretty much filled up now, which is good. You come back to your beginnings, you see your first expansions, right, with, like, this system here. And then you see the first time where you had to kind of work with, I guess, a smelting array of sorts, right, where you were able to not just use ore to, or miner to smelter to constructor, where you can start seeing the splitting happening and merging and setting up of different lines. I really enjoy coming back to these earlier setups and then seeing how it progressed, right? It's so much fun to then come back to this and see, like, okay, it worked out in the end, right? It really worked out. It was worth putting a bit more thought into these early productions, make them stable, make them somewhat easy to set up, and then, yeah, also do the bigger projects, right? Like the Phase 2 factory, for example, I still think is one hell of a project to do that early in the game. And I just love how it ended up. I just really do. I think there's so much, like, challenge, I guess, in that project with the random nodes, that seeing it work was just insanely amazing. So let's check our second hard drive here. Leached iron ingot, nope. Heavy flexible frame, nope. Compacted steel ingot, flexible framework. Now the compacted steel ingot, that means you need less coal. But the production rates are abysmal. What? What even is this? 10 per minute? Wow. Well, if you only need a little bit, I guess it's a good recipe, but like... Oh, wait, turbo heavy fuel. I just saw that. I just saw that out of my eyes. That's heavy oil residue and compacted coal. Isn't that the one I need? Let me import my old file. Just diluted turbo fuel, 22 generator setup. That's what I was using last time. I did use the compacted coal recipe, and no, I did use turbo fuel and diluted fuel. I didn't use turbo heavy fuel. Is turbo heavy fuel good though? Because I mean, you can skip a step, can't you? You go from heavy oil residue into turbo fuel. Sorry, I just realized I did not I didn't give you guys access to the modeler. There it is. So this is the old setup, right? This is what I used in my 1.0, 1.1 playthrough on YouTube. This is how I've done it, as you can see here. This is just the alternate recipe for heavy oil residue, which is the other one that we have here, right? So I knew it was one of those that I was using. So that is something to use. That would give us some polymer resin, which we, with an alternate recipe, could convert into fabric, right? Then that's 240 heavy oil residue into the diluted fuel alternate recipe. There it is, right? So, can I... Whoopsie. What is this? This is just a regular crude oil. Crude oil. 180. And now, let's just see what happens here. So, this would be... What would this be? Maybe need the heavy oil residue. So you basically would need either both of these recipes. Yeah, you probably would need both of them. There is a turbo heavy fuel, yes, but the problem is, there it is. So would be this one, that stays the same. Of course this stays the same, right? So let's just awesome thing. There it is. And now we would be able to use turbo heavy fuel, that's the one. It's less compacted coal, but it's also way less turbo fuel. So I don't think that's worth the trade-off, isn't it? Yeah, with the diluted fuel, 480 instead of... Whoa! Well, 400 turbo fuel instead of 192. What? Oh, how did I even add in the generators in the past? Turbofluid generator? Yeah. Clock speed of 200%. It's like 12.8 and I had 21.33 there. Power made 13,333. 6,400. That's crap. That's bull crap. That is not worth it in my eyes. Let's get rid of the modeler now. There we go. So I think the heavy oil residue recipe is actually the one I really need to get. Yes. Okay, so recipes... Diluted fuel is highest priority right now. This is done. Hey look, 924 DNA capsules. There we go, let's throw... Actually, do you know what? Probably, for now. Just... them in here, but for now we are just going to sink them right here. There we go. And get rid of these things. Gives me a sloop back. So yeah, also sloops. Yeah. Only having 2 of those, not the best, but yeah, this will give us a decent amount of coupons. We still have a decent amount, don't get me wrong. And there's not much that we need to get anymore, right? We're pretty much done, though. Well, the whole lights are still a thing. And the paints. A little bit of patterns, but other than that... yeah, then just visual stuff. most of the things are good the way they are. Researching the man, is there anything we still want? Well, at some point we probably also should unlock rocket fuel though, shouldn't we? Especially the packaged rocket fuel would be quite decent for our jetpack in regards of height. Other ones are probably okay. I mean, this fabric thing here, I would probably be able to do somehow. It's really important. Maybe priority power switch at some point. But you know what? Let's unlock that actually. That is something that I can see myself using. Although, yeah, well, not in this playthrough though. 25 that we needed, right? Yeah, just have that unlocked. Probably not gonna use this in this playthrough, but still, kinda wanna have it. Okay, this is done. Which means... let's have a quick look. Yeah, 30 coupons on top. Not all of those were from the DNA capsules, of course, but most of them. And I do quite like that. Okay. That is pretty decent so far. So far so good. Actually, let's just take a look. Wow, let's just get all the lighting stuff, right? Let's get all the paints. Rest of the patterns. Walls. Vents and everything in between as well. And we still have 64 left. That is insane. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to that. We could use this to stock up on high-speed connectors actually, but I don't think that's the way I want to go about this. We could get some fabric. Not needed though. We don't really need these anymore, which is good. So yeah, let's just hold on to the rest of those. Cool. All right. I mean, that was a very productive day, right? We got the aluminium stuff set up. Well, the beginning, the basics of it, right? And then we just flew through the milestone of tier 7, which is amazing. And yeah, we have an idea for next time. As I said, supercomputers, automated, and then just sloop craft the other parts we need. But yeah, that concludes today's stream. Thank you very much for joining me. I wish you all a good rest of your day. And as always, take care. Bye.